Corruption is a serious issue that can affect public trust, organizational reputation, government integrity, and the proper management of public funds. So in this documentary, we will talk about the corruption case involving Tan Sri Muhammad Isa Abdul Samad, the former chairman of Federal Land Development Authority, or known as FELDA, involving the proposed purchase of Merdeka Palace Hotel and Suites in Kuching, Sarawak.
Isa Samad was accused of receiving approximately 3.9 million in bribes linked to Felda's proposed purchase of the Merdeka Place Hotel and Suites. He was charged with 9 corruption offences. The prosecution argued that the payments were connected to his position and involvement in the hotel transaction. In 2021, he was found guilty and sentenced to 12 years in prison and a 5 million fine. The Court of Appeal later reduced the sentence to 6 years imprisonment and 3 million fine. The case involved the Malaysian Anti-Corruption Commission Act 2009, which covers the acceptance of benefits connected to an official position. Section 165 of the Penal Code also prevents public servants from receiving valuable benefits from people connected to their official duties. The prosecution had to prove the case beyond reasonable doubt. The court considered evidence of Isa Samad's position, his involvement in the hotel purchase, the payments, and their connection to his actions. Overall, the case shows that public officials must not abuse their position for personal gain, especially when public money is involved.
Ex-Felda Chairman Tan Sri Muhammad Isa Abdul Samad was at the center of a major corruption case involving millions of ringgit. But what exactly was he charged with, and more importantly, how was he guilt proven?
Ex-Felda Chairman Tan Sri Muhammad Isa Abdul Samad was charged with 9 corruption offences involving Rm 3.09 million in bribes. The money was allegedly received as a reward for his role in the 160 million purchase of the Merdeka Palace Hotel and Suites. The prosecution key evidence came from Muhammad Zahid Ma'arif, Isa's former political officer. Zahid testified that Isa instructed him to collect money from Ikhwan Zadil and pass it to Isa. The prosecution also presented financial records and other witnesses to support the movement of the money. Under Section 51 of the MCC Act, receiving the money created a legal presumption that it was given corruptly unless Isa could prove otherwise. His defense failed to rebut this presumption. In February 2026, the federal court restored Isa's conviction on all 9 charges. He was sentenced to 6 years imprisonment and fined 50.55 million ringgit. In conclusion, Isa's guilt was proven through witness testimony, financial evidence, the receipt of gratifications, and the legal presumption under the MCC Act.
And after years of legal battles, the question is, what was the final verdict and sentence?
In February 2026, the federal court found Tan Sri Muhammad Isa Abdul Samad guilty on all 9 corruption charges involving 3.09 million ringgit in bribes. The court also overturned the Court of Appeal's early decision to acquit him and restore the original High Court conviction. But was he sentenced to 54 years in prison for 9 charges? No. The High Court has sentenced him to 6 years for each charge, served concurrently, meaning the total sentence was 6 years. He was also ordered to pay 50.45 million fine. If he failed to pay, he will face an additional 18 years in prison.
Therefore, the federal court's final decision was clear. Isa was guilty of all 9 charges, sentenced to 6 years in prison, and fined 50.45 million ringgit.
In a system built on governance and trust, what happens when the people at the top stop following the rules? 116 million ringgit for a luxury hotel, a purchase that bypassed every financial safeguard, a proof in the shadows. When political power sits at the head of the table, checks and balance fall silent. Consent isn't given, it is simply assumed, because no one dares to object. ₱3 million, 9 paper bags, 1 broken system.
Corruption can leave an impact far beyond the courtroom. In the case of Tan Sri Muhammad Isa Abdul Samad, the effect will felt not only by the person involved, but also by the public and the organization connected to the case. One major impact was public trust. When a leader is involved in corruption, people may begin to question the honesty and fairness of public decisions. The case also affected Felda's reputation. It raised concerns about accountability and how an organization manages its responsibilities and public resources. Beyond Felda, the case also raised concern about government integrity and public funds. People expect public resources to be managed honestly and responsibly. Finally, the high-profile corruption case can affect Malaysia's reputation, especially how people view the country's integrity and governance. This case reminds us that corruption is not just a personal issue. It can affect trust, institutions, and the country as a whole.
Practical steps and lessons. Follow financial limits. FIC proposed 160 million. MPH's purchase exceeded its RM100 million limit, so proper Felda board approval was necessary. Strengthen governments. Board must independently review major investment and conduct proper due diligence. Monitor payment. Payment involving officials and third party must be closely monitored to prevent corruption. Prevention conflicts of interest. Officials should declare personal interest, while suspicious payment must be investigated. Lessons. Power comes with responsibility. Strong governance reduce corruption. Integrity and accountability protect organizations and public trust. Closing. The main lesson is simple. Strong producers, independent oversight, and integrity are essential to prevent similar cases in the future.
To summarize, the case involving Tan Sri Muhammad Isa Abdul Samad demonstrates the serious consequences that can arise when integrity, accountability, and proper governance are compromised. The case involved payments linked to Felda's proposed purchase of Merdeka Palace Hotel and Suites, raising concerns about the use of official position, management of public funds, and compliance with established procedures. More importantly, this case reminds us that integrity must be practiced at every level of an organization, especially by those entrusted with authority and public resources. Strong governance, transparent decision-making, proper adherence to procedures, and effective anti-corruption measures are essential to prevent abuse of power and protect public confidence. At the end of the day, integrity and accountability are not only the responsibility of leaders, they are shared responsibility. Because when integrity is protected, organizations become more trustworthy, public institutions become stronger, and the public can have greater confidence in those who serve them. This case leaves us with one important lesson. Power comes with responsibility, and integrity must always come first.